Hey guys, what's going on? It's Karl here, back with my review of the 2015 MacBook Pro. I just did a review of the 2015 MacBook Air. I'll leave that down below in the description box. And of course, all the hype is around the new MacBook. I mentioned this also in my last video, and that is coming out April the 10th, and that will definitely be in studio. But on to the MacBook Pro, which has been my go-to laptop for, I think, 8 years now. I've had 2 generations of the MacBook Pro. Both have been the 15-inch models. This is the 13-inch base, and I think this is one of the best laptops to get if you're looking for a bit of extra power and the portability factor of a 13-inch laptop. First things first, let's get to the most important thing, the price. So if you live down in the States, $12.99 or $1,300 will grab you the 13-inch base. That is a 2.7 gigahertz dual-core i5, 128 gigs of solid-state storage, as well as 8 gigs of RAM. If you're looking to upgrade your MacBook Pro, soup it up a bit, and if you select the highest end model, it will run all the way up to $2,700. Not exactly cheap, but of course this is Apple here. Once you've selected your model, unboxed everything, booted everything up, you're greeted with Yosemite 10.10.2, and just like the Air, it runs incredibly smooth and buttery. Just like every single Apple product out there, the MacBook Pro is beautiful to hold, to feel, and just to stare at. On one side, we've got the magnetic charging port, 2 Thunderbolt ports, USB 3, as well as the headphone jack. Flipping that around, on the other side, another USB 3, HDMI, as well as the SD card slot. In terms of design, the MacBook Pro hasn't changed since last year. It still has that same nice unibody aluminum design. At its thinnest point, it is 1.8 centimeters thin and weighs just under 3.5 pounds. And naturally, it does weigh heavier than the MacBook Air, which has a wedge-shaped, which will help it with weight savings, but I didn't find the MacBook Pro, the 13-inch model, to be too heavy. Personally, I have the 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro. I got this back in 2012, I believe, and it's my daily go-to laptop. And at times, when I lug it around to class, I think it is slightly too heavy. Would I take the MacBook Pro 13-inch? I'm really on the fence. I love the screen real estate of my 15-inch, and I'm really into power over portability. Would I take the Retina MacBook Pro 13-inch over the MacBook Air? I think that's an easy answer for me, and that's a yes. Before we get into performance, there are a few features I want to touch on. First off, brand new to the Retina MacBook Pro is the Force Touch Trackpad. This is also found on the new MacBook that's coming out, and I'm sure we'll see this also in the next gen MacBook Air. The new trackpad essentially provides your finger with some haptic feedback, vibrates a bit when you're pushing down, a nice little addition, and it is just the evolution of the trackpad. Another great thing which MacBooks are known for is the awesome battery life. The 13-inch doesn't let down either. I got around 8 to 10 hours of usage before I had to fully charge up. And last but not least, we have the Retina Display. 2560 by 1600, and once you've used a Retina Display, you just cannot drop down in resolution. I personally would never drop down to the MacBook Air's resolution, but once again, that comes down to personal preference. Lastly, and while you're here, the most important thing for the MacBook Pro is performance. You're paying for it. Single core score on Geekbench 3 is 3026 compared to 6327 on the multi-core score. I like to just open up every single one of my apps on every laptop that I get, or even computer, just to kind of see the processing power. The MacBook Pro performed this without any sort of hiccup, no lag in between apps, and this was different compared to, say, the MacBook Air, which I also reviewed. Even with every single application running, going through Safari, I had 8 tabs open, web browsing, going back to word processing, and even after that, I went into video editing, Final Cut Pro importing 1080p and even 4K video. The base model could handle, it didn't render as quickly, say, as my 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro, but also remember that this doesn't come with a dedicated graphics card, and you'll still have to jump up to the 15-inch model if you're looking to get that. So who is the MacBook Pro for? If you're looking just to do web browsing, word processing, for a student, I think the MacBook Pro is overkill. If you're looking to do any sort of video, photo editing, maybe get some gaming on, don't flame me, I know the Macs aren't great for gaming, but in case you do want to do that, the MacBook Pro is the definite choice. Is it worth the extra money? In my opinion, yes. It really comes down to what you use your laptop for. I'm always on the go and I'm always editing video. For me, the MacBook Pro is the clear winner. And I would definitely recommend it to anyone that's looking to grab a brand new laptop, let alone a MacBook. And that will wrap up my review of the 2015 MacBook Pro. Let me know what you guys think of this laptop down below in the comments. And also, if you happen to own a Pro, sound off also. Let me know some things that you like and maybe some things that you want to see improve for the next generation. Be sure to smash that like button for being super awesome. It does support me a bunch. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel as April is looking like one of the sweetest months for tech. We've got the Apple Watch, HTC One M9, Galaxy S6, the S6 Edge. So pumped to get my hands on all of those. Looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. I will catch the rest of you in my next episode. Peace.